Welcome to Missing Chronicles, where we delve into the heartbreaking and enigmatic mysteries surrounding disappearances. Here, we will immerse ourselves in the world of unsolved cases, thrilling search efforts, and intricate journeys. The goal of this channel is to spread awareness, foster community connections, and provide support to the families and loved ones of the missing. Join me as we embark on a suspenseful journey, hoping to uncover the truth behind these missing chronicles. Help us sustain and grow Missing Chronicles by becoming a patron on Patreon. Your contribution ensures that we can continue our investigations, share compelling stories, and work towards a world where no one is forgotten. Join us in making a lasting impact today. Mysterious vanishings in rural UK, unexplained and strange disappearances. In the UK, a person is reported missing every 90 seconds. Each year, there are between 180,000 and 340,000 missing person incidents in the country. Most cases are solved and conclusions are reached, but some disappearances remain unexplained. In these instances, no clues or traces are ever found. The following cases, which will be discussed in this video, have never been solved and continue to be a mystery. All of the cases share strange elements similar to the profile laid out by David Paulides, where all the disappearances occurred in rural settings and confused the local law enforcement working on the cases. Please share your thoughts, and you can find all the sources in the description below. Now, let's delve into the first case. Sean Ritchie, 20 years old at the time of his disappearance, went missing in a remote patch of woodland after a Halloween night out with his friends. Sean and his friends traveled from the town of Fraserburgh to a location near a small village called Stretch in the northeast of Scotland. Sean was seen twice on the day he went missing, once by his mother before leaving the house and once at a convenience shop in Fraserburgh, where he was captured on CCTV in the afternoon. The group had traveled to a remote farmhouse for a Halloween party, and something went terribly wrong during the festivities. According to an article in the Daily Record, Sean's father stated that something happened that caused them to split up into two groups, each assuming that Sean was with the other. It remains unclear what led to the group split at the farmhouse, but they appeared to be spooked by something. During Sean's disappearance, the police received 2 phone calls, but they were not from Sean himself as he had forgotten his phone at home. The first call requested police assistance, while the second call was made to cancel the request. The exact circumstances surrounding these calls are unclear. Sean failed to return home the following day, but his family did not report him missing immediately as they believed he was with a friend. It was only when he didn't return home the day after that his family reported him missing at 8:45 p.m. This sparked one of the largest search efforts in Scotland's history at the time. Inspector Alan Brown stated that the last known sighting of Sean was in the area between Straight Chin and the A98 Fraserburgh to Banff Road. Extensive searches were conducted in all areas, including woodland and waterways, to trace him. During the search, some of Sean's clothing and belongings were discovered close to the farmhouse in a boggy area. However, these findings were the last evidence of his movements that night. The police employed various resources, including over 200 specialists and 27 dogs. But no trace of Sean was found. Detective Chief Inspector Matt McKay, who led the inquiry, stated that while foul play hadn't been ruled out, there was no evidence to indicate criminality. Despite the intensive search efforts, Sean remains missing. Now, let's move on to another case. Tom McMorrow, a talented chef at the Penrith George Hotel, went missing on January 5, 2014. Tom was last seen at around 10:15 p.m., leaving the village's inn on the Lake Causeway, where he and his co-workers had attended a Christmas party. The party took place near a 9-mile lake in the mountains known as Allswater, which also had a 20-mile surrounding hiking trail. Tom's disappearance was considered out of character by friends and co-workers. He was described as having a good time and looking to socialize at the party. It was initially thought that he may have been given a lift back to Penrith shortly after the party, but this turned out not to be the case. Tom's absence became evident the following day when he failed to show up for work. A major search was organized, involving specialist diver teams sweeping the lake and police searching the riverbanks. However, no trace of Tom or any evidence related to his disappearance was found. Detective Inspector David Willits of Cumbria Police stated that significant effort and time had been invested in searching for Tom. They continued their inquiries in the hope of finding him. Despite the extensive search efforts, Tom's whereabouts remain unknown. Now, let's explore another mysterious disappearance. Bishop Thorpe, a village south of York, became the site of this incident. Robin Sullivan, 19 at the time of her disappearance, was highly regarded and described as a rising talent by those who knew her. On February 14, 2012, Robin was spotted at 9:30 a.m. on a dirt track just off Castlegate, eastbound. Traveling south would lead to the rural countryside. Robin was completely naked at the time and was seen by a passerby. Her clothes were later found near the river, with her wallet untouched. A thorough search was conducted by the police, firefighters, and search and rescue teams. But no trace of Robin was found. The circumstances surrounding Robin's behavior and the reason for her nudity remain unknown. The area was thoroughly searched, both on land and in the river, but it was an engineer moving a boat in the river who discovered Robin's body on March 15, 2012. The discovery puzzled everyone as it was in close proximity to the spot where she was last seen, naked, a month earlier. The exact details of what transpired and why Robin removed her clothes are still a mystery. The initial water searches conducted by specialists did not locate her, raising questions about where she was leading up to her discovery. The circumstances surrounding her death remain unexplained. Let's now examine another case. Jeanette Tate, born in 1965, disappeared on August 19, 1978. At the time of her disappearance, Jeanette was delivering newspapers in Taunton, Somerset. She was last seen at 3:28 p.m. by two school friends as she walked along within lane, pushing her bicycle. The friends had a brief conversation with Jeanette, who mentioned delivering faulty newspapers. After a short stop, she got back on her bicycle and continued her journey. Just 7 minutes later, her abandoned bicycle was found in the middle of the road. A massive search effort was launched immediately, with officers, detectives, and volunteers scouring the area. Despite extensive searches, including underwater searches and interviews, no trace of Jeanette was ever found. The police considered the possibility of kidnapping, hit and run, or her running away, but no evidence supported any of these theories. Jeanette's disappearance remains a mystery, with no clues or leads to her whereabouts. Finally, let's explore one more disappearance. April Fabb, a 13-year-old girl, vanished on April 8, 1969, during her trip from her home in Metton to her sister's house in Rougham, both villages located in a remote area. April was last seen at 2:06 p.m., cycling along a country road toward Rougham. Just 9 minutes later, her bicycle was found abandoned in a nearby field. April was never seen again. A massive search operation was launched, involving 40 officers, police dogs, search and rescue teams, and even an RAF helicopter. Despite the extensive efforts, no trace of April was ever found. Her disappearance left investigators and the public perplexed. The case remains unsolved, with no evidence pointing towards an explanation for her disappearance. These cases share eerie similarities and continue to baffle investigators. The disappearances were swift and left no concrete evidence or leads. The circumstances surrounding these incidents remain shrouded in mystery, leaving their families and communities with unanswered questions. Thank you for watching Missing Chronicles. We have explored captivating stories and searched for answers behind the vanished. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos. Share these videos to spread the message and assist affected families and loved ones. If you have any information related to the cases we've discussed, please leave them in the comments section. Together, we can make a difference. See you in the next Missing Chronicles.